Bye bye. There we go. I hate when that happens. Hello and welcome to my live stream. I'm your host, my hybrid. I'm on my YouTube channel, and it's you know what it is. Where's my oh, not again. Hello. We are looking at it like Discord is not detecting any. Oh. Microphone. Why is it not detecting my stuff? Why is it not detecting? There we go. There we go. Sorry. Alright. Welcome. Hello. But wait, what was I doing again? Oh yeah. Hello and welcome to my live stream. I'm your host, my hybrid on my YouTube channel, and it's Dungeons 4. Sorry about this. I was having little mic issues. Alright. We'll just do the whole thing. I'll show you another thing. And yeah. Oh wow, they keep changing the style of building stuff on that. Okay, Dungeons 4, playlist. Save. If we can do the whole Dungeons and DLC tonight, because we're on last mission, then we will be doing the we'll be doing like Star Wars tomorrow. So yeah, let's get into things. It's alright when you're evil. And just remind you, if people want me to play the other 3 games, 1, 2, and 3, Dark will be doing the first 2. It's pretty much as dark as him. I've only seen complete 1 or 2. I've actually only played like a few missions of 2, and it was very dark. Alright. Anyone joining today? Probably not. What did I... Oh yeah.
Ned, I need you. Stand with me in the fight against these vile abominations.
Alright, so... we should work on traps.
Ding dong, it's payday. There are enemies in your dungeon. heroes slowly but surely push Gorgu into the abyss.
This must end. I call the holy warriors. Hear the plea of one of your own. Support me in the righteous campaign of light against these heathens.
Amazingly, somewhere out there seemed to be a power that stood by Tanos. For suddenly, numerous portals opened from which mystical heroes of days gone by poured forth.
Great. Now all of a sudden, there are divine portals that spit out heroes. What's next? Dinosaurs with laser guns?
You should be careful about saying something like that. There's nothing those developers won't do when they're drunk. Looking at the script, they're probably always drunk.
Talia, you're not going to win. My underground allies will crush you.
Indeed, there were a few scattered dwarves in the underground who were willing to fight for Tanos. Fiercely determined, they set about attacking the dungeon. Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
Forward, faithful of the light. The portals are open.
Are we still doing that stupid portal number? As if I don't have anything better to do. Like win a freaking final battle, for example.
The more desperate Tanos became, the more options seemed to present themselves to him. The portals would make it significantly more difficult to move forward. The Stone of Finitude made all of the creatures faster.
Yeah, you know, we're kind of overpowered right now with a special thing.
The portals are open. Forward, allies of the light. We dare not lose the battle.
You betcha. This game has already taken way too long. Time for you to meet your maker, Tanos.
Tanos was pushed further and further back. His end was near. Ding dong! It's payday!
And boom.
The beard-shaving evil had destroyed the dwarves in the underground. Their gate to the overworld was now available to it and its creatures.
Yeah, we want to get this all done easy, fast. There it is. No, normally this would take like an hour or more. And then
comrades. Faithful, once again, I need your help. Stand with me to help the light attain victory.
Sienna. And goodbye.
No, this cannot be. I cannot be defeated. Well, I mean, not again.
With these illustrious words, Tanos bid farewell once and for all.
Oh wait, what's this? Destroy all heal. Ah, scrap it. Oh well.
Unnatural forces, impossible to depict with our budget, wafted around. The air shimmered with energy and the smell of molten iron and burnt pizza. Wait, my pizza! I'll be right back. So sorry, I hope that didn't affect the finale in any way. Now,
Yes, it is.
Wafting powers, shimmering air, disgusting taste. Oh, here. With their combined forces, Dungeon Lord Gorgoon, Talia, and Tristan were able to push the mutated Tanos back. Onward, ever onward, in the direction of the rune sockets of finitude.
Hello.
The mutated Tanos fought for every inch of ground.
I have no idea how to say that word.
As he finally stood with his back to the rune
Hello,
sockets
hello,
of
Pika.
finitude, he sputtered with the last of his strength.
Evil is going to triumph over God again. This is madness.
This is Dungions!
Did they really just do that?
Talia shouted at him and sent him into the void with a spectacular kick.
They just did the Spartan reference.
When the magic fog cleared, Tanos was no more. On the one hand, Talia was saddened, having grown accustomed to putting enemies' heads on spears. But still, Talia's joy was so great that she even danced with a nasty little snot and twirled it around.
You got to kill him twice.
Was this the end? Well, hardly, as there were still some loose ends. What became of Tristan, who seemed to disappear after Tanos' defeat? Would he raise another eye of good? What was Brynhild, the dwarf queen, planning? Had she created a doomsday machine? Or even found some rare nithril in the underground, capable of curing the elf's strange disease? Maybe that was something she should discuss with her good friend, Hellburnt. And was the Council of Little Snots really just a cheap reference to a council of lightsaber wielders, or was there more to those deceptive fellows? Had they helped the absolute evil out of loyalty, or the goodness of their hearts? But all these questions were for another day, or installment of the series.
Hi, Sonny. Wait.
Now, it was time to celebrate.
Ah, don't take me to it again. Give me a second.
Sorry for the lost dog und macht Discord wieder zum Arsch.
It seems there was an issue with my Discord. Let me hear you.
Hallo?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I just said.
I thought it's my I thought it's my microphone.
No,
Okay,
it was
beginning,
my
it was
Discord.
my microphone.
No, it was my Discord. Basically, because before I started my stream, it wasn't picking up my mic, and so I didn't know about.
Yeah, but I also had to adjust my mic because it was broken.
No, we've done that. Let's do the next one.
Can I position it?
Well, we've got two LCs. Let's see if we can do them fast.
The magnificent Snots. The dwarf queen Brynhild had taken advantage of the inebriated evil's victory celebration to attack the Council of Little Snots.
Western traps. Right.
Lizzie!
The dark power
Lizzie.
fills me.
But yeah, I cannot stay long. I just wanted to try to say hi, but then, of course, Discord being a bitch.
Lizzie.
Like always.
Alright, let's get on. Why are there 7 difficulties on this game?
Talia and the partying evil had thrown an epic victory blowout at the end of the main game.
Lizzie!
But that night of revelry was followed by a rude awakening.
Look at Lizzie.
Meow. Meow.
Oh, it's Lizzie.
Brynhild, trouble-making
Oh,
dwarf
divorce.
queen from the main game, had
Yes.
taken advantage of the general distraction to kidnap the Council of Little Snots.
Probably not gonna
Yeah,
be able
just-
to because I'm about to have to cook.
Seeing as how
But,
they might still be needed for Dungeons
honey.
5, an
Makes sense.
overtired and
Yeah, I
hungover
just have to go.
Talia
Okay,
set out to
already,
rescue
because
the little creatures.
I just tried to say hi a little bit and, yeah, to show people that I'm not dead. Because I'm like literally inactive on YouTube lately.
Oh, I know.
Last time I
After
posted something
Rockstar
was a
Me's
month
done,
ago.
I think we'll probably get Lizzie something.
Dwarven DLC for Dungeons.
The last time I posted something was like a month ago, and yeah.
Pirate Lizzie.
Road little snots out
Pirate
here.
Lizzie?
And then
Brynhild and the hero playing Wait a minute.
That's what I hooked
Something's
this honey.
wrong here. Playable
Yeah.
heroes?
So yeah, I
What
gotta
a
get
load
going
of
now. See
malarkey.
you guys.
but I just thought.
It's
Yes,
That's-
yes, and that's where
it's-
the
it's-
problems start, when you try to think. You're kidnapping these little snots because you're the antagonist.
Yeah.
Oi, that's just me. Everything's better with dwarves. Doesn't they matter? Grab those rogue jokers and we're off.
While Talia and the intoxicated evil were still dealing with the aftermath of their victory,
They've changed the
celebration,
dungeons into a
Brynhild had seized the chance to
Cowboy
kidnap
game.
the Council of Little Snots. But Talia, hey,
Yeah.
wake up!
What is it? Did Dungeons 4 win some sort of prize? Why are you bothering me?
Dwarves have kidnapped the Council of Little Snots, and you have to stop them.
Council of Little Snots? When we weren't even sure if they were on our side? But whatever. Never was a details girl. Onward, creatures! Shake off those hangovers and into battle! Make short work of those dwarves. Short work, get it? Because dwarves are so short?
Alright. Okay. Let's upgrade everything and get to work. Yeah, I want to try and get these done tonight. So tomorrow we can do straight on to Star Wars.
Yay!
And probably Lizzie can join us. She's not with me.
Hopefully.
Because I must get Lizzie to join the site. Also, I need to do a goal where I'm actually gonna get all my classes up to level 80. Unlock, upgrade everything. Wait. I said an idea to the makers of about something Oh, and oh,
Yeah, I have to go now. When I get back in VC later on, which is probably way later, I do have to tell you something. It's a
Right.
surprise thing. Anyway, hugs, have fun. Bye bye.
The bridge-building evil had built a floor grate in the dungeon. Lava and water could no longer harm the creatures crossing the gate.
wait. So that's what it is. I could make lots of floors now. Does that mean I can... Let's try that. I need to test this out. Oh, it doesn't. Let's see.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Alright. Now I get it.
Oi, I can't stand having that dark elf ratting her creatures element. Get rid of them, lads! Show them what a hook is. No, literally, you jets!
The steaming evil had built a steam trap. Its fog made enemies more susceptible to traps.
Oi, time for the ace up my sleeve. The good, the bad, and the shorties. I mean dwarves. Right, lads? Smash the dungeon!
Suddenly, some dwarves sporting spurred boots appeared. Oh, these additional campaigns always offer weird new stuff.
Spurs or no spurs, we'll crush them. Saddle up, gringos. Put on your black cowboy hats and show those dwarves what a real villain can do. Blast, shoot, assassinate, destroy.
Oh wait, that's a new one.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon. Your creatures have discovered a room full of giant scorpions.
Oh no, not Scorpion. Nope, 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 nope. Bye. Wait, what's on here? Want.
A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon. Your creatures have discovered a room full of giant scorpions.
And goodbye. Yeah, yeah, no.
A nest full of giant scorpions has been discovered in your dungeon. A new area has been unearthed in the dungeon. A nest full of giant scorpions has been discovered in your dungeon.
And the home too. Oh my, what it looks like. Wait, we need to do these. 1, 2. And
It's payday. A room full of giant scorpions has been breached.
and goodbye.
Your creatures have discovered a room full of giant scorpions.
Again.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon. Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
And let's go out and take out everything. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. What you can say there.
The June-loving evil had sent its creatures into a sandstorm. They could see about as far as the tip of their unstretched fingers.
the love of.
Nasty sandstorm? I could help you out there.
You really remind me of this crazy dwarf queen who's tried to kill me a few times.
Oh, that's my twin sister. I'm more the shady trader type. But my sister passed by here earlier on her train headed west into the Valley of Death. Nasty area. But with my Fred Dwarf pack, your creatures won't mind the sandstorms at all. Just give me a few of these gobblers and it's a done deal.
Okay, so I need to give her beer.
The hurling enemies into lava evil had set up a fountain trap. This hurled unwary heroes crossing it high into the air. It's payday. The playing with lava evil had built a hydro lava knob. This could fire hot bubbling lava at enemies, even over walls.
Alright.
Manivores have appeared in your dungeon.
And no, they haven't. Boss.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
And I've got chickens. Chickens! What else have I got?
A gold vein has been mined out.
Oh, wait. Ooh, I can build walls there.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Oh, let's watch what happens. Oh, that is so fun. That knocked him out. What else can we do? I wonder. Ooh, that's good.
Ooh, nice here. What's this say? Valley of Death. Nice name. You could open a vacation resort here, or... Ooh, wait. What are those things?
The Valley of Death was home to giant scorpions. Once kept as pets, they came into contact with radioactive slime. A rat wanted to train them in ninjutsu, but they simply ate it.
Nice history lesson, but now it's time for the ninja scorpions. I mean, giant scorpions to die.
The scorpion-detesting evil's creatures had destroyed a giant scorpion.
Yeah, we're just doing this fast.
Tonight, there would be delicious scorpion meat, followed by a massive stomachache.
Then it's worth it. Ooh, oh, I'm already getting stomach cramps.
Talia had crossed the desert of the Valley of Death, fortunately in less than 40 days. At the end of the valley, she spotted an old mine shaft, offering access to the underground. A few dwarves were standing guard for it.
Ha! Dwarves. I'll get rid of those half-pints. By which I, of course, mean I'll get my creatures to do it. Forward, ram those weapons into the dirt. Ready your blades and sharpen your dwarves. Ha 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 ha!
Oh, not sure. That's what it meant. Oh boy, I'm trying to get this fast. Faster! Faster! Use this to send goods to Runnic.
Howdy, partner. How y'all doing? I see y'all are throwing a rodeo with them there giant scorpions. Hey, I got a couple of cool new traps and stuff. If you were to send me a few resources, I reckon we could get in business.
Talia and the shopaholic evil began. Sorry, I still can't get over the fact that just to save money, the Dwarf Queen now suddenly has a twin sister.
Yeehaw! Muchos gracias for these 2 boxes. Here are those new traps. Have fun with it.
Ooh, new traps. Wonderful. I should have someone try it out for me right away. Move it, you lazy little snots, before I have to motivate you.
Well, I got all the
Snots
traps.
have completely mined out a gold vein. Ding dong, it's payday.
So it tells me I need to go up here.
A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon. A new area has been unearthed in the dungeon.
Oh yeah, I was gonna make a torch chain ball. That's it off.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Big circle, huh?
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
Oh my word, that's a lot.
A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon.
Oh my word, that's a big treasure. It's a treasure room.
Talia had conquered the hidden mineshaft and now had access to another part of the overworld.
Wonderful! We'll catch up to that dwarf queen in no time. Forwards, creatures! Get those dwarves, shave off their beards, and rub their faces with chili sauce so it really burns.
Oi! You won't catch me that easily. After all, this is a mini campaign, and not just a little mission. Off you go, lads. Get to it.
As the creatures crossed an invisible line in the desert, a train suddenly roared past, headed towards the dwarves' city. Enemies have entered the dungeon. It's payday.
It's time, lads. Let's show you what the birth rate upgrade paid off. Forwards! Turn that dungeon into a huge parking lot.
A huge crowd of dwarves made their way towards the dungeon. Just as Talia was about to say something stupid, the shady trader made her entrance.
Howdy, partner. I see you got yourself a teeny tiny problem. Maybe my trusty dynamite slingshot might help. That is, if y'all could send me a few things in trade. Yeehaw! Exactly what I need. Okay, y'all have a good time with the dynamite slingshot sombrero compañero. I'll just hit the trail.
The political correctness doubting evil briefly pondered the zeitgeist. A split second later, it was overjoyed at the chance to try out something called the dynamite slingshot.
Over. And boom. I'm exploding. Next. Boom. Unlimited spells at maximum powerful damage is always awesome. One more tower to go. Different hobbies. Howdy, partners. It's time to, I say, bombard.
The merciless evil had destroyed a strange dwarven city, yet there was no sign of Brynhild.
Oi, so today's the day. We're gonna chop you down like freshly mown hay.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And I spent my childhood with an idiotic good elf brother who never stopped babbling nonsense. Oh, just you wait. We'll get you. Onwards, creatures. Get your sprint on.
Payday.
Sprint. Alright, I think we can go here now to chase off the. What's her name? Hi, Paul. Are we doing alright?
Talia and the desert-wandering evil had reached the end, but beyond this desert lay much more desert. It seemed never-ending, as if a whole new world, packed into 4 more maps, awaited them here.
Funny, I thought we'd conquered everything back in Dungeons 3. But this corner of the world is completely unfamiliar. This western setting. Are we going weird west now? But I'll save the details for later. As in never. Time to wring that Dwarf Queen's neck once and for all. Forward into the desert with you creatures. Oh, and build me a palanquin, damn it.
And save the Council of Little Snots, of course. You forgot that.
Who? Oh, yeah, them, right. It's coming back to me now. That's why I set out in the first place. Forward, creatures, off into the desert and free the robed guys if you see them along the way.
Yeah. Does this ever complete all the Baron quests? Ah, that means I have to wait for each one. Oh well. One down. What?
Little Snots Unchained. Talia and the wild evil pursued the Dwarf Queen Brynhild further into the prairie to free the Council of Little Snots.
Onward! Be evil! Why was that vulnerable?
Talia and the wild evil's army had pursued the Dwarf Queen Brynhild to distant, unfamiliar lands. The area seemed completely unfamiliar, as if someone had simply pasted it onto the map.
Yes, they did.
A vast stretch of prairie crossed by rails and infested with giant scorpions. But Talia and the DLC-buying evil could not lose sight of the actual objective. The heroic Dwarf Queen Brynhild had abducted the Council of Little Snots to these lands, a crime that could not go unpunished.
So that's a
But
vulnerable.
Brynhild had a number of previously unknown allies here. They wouldn't make things easy for Talia and the absolute evil. Talia gripped her magic wand tighter, while the absolute evil took a firm grip on its input device. One thing was clear. The Dwarf Queen would have her last high noon in these lands.
Tanya wanted for 666.
The Wild West. Endless prairie and remote areas. Funny rolling bushes. Enchanting canyons. And little snots in cages. A true paradise for all who...
Come on, how boring. Wait, what did you just say? What's that over there? Little snots in cages? Who'd do a thing like that? The nerve! Only I'm allowed to do that.
I can see that you've got the attention span of a fly again. Okay, I'll reread the paragraph to you in more detail. Talia had pursued the Dwarf Queen into the west to free the Council of Little Snots. In a remote valley, she found the council members crammed into cages, an unworthy circumstance that had to be changed.
Oh, okay, I can do that. Okay, creatures, time for a jailbreak. Ready those crowbars and hit the cage bars until they're broken.
Even by your standards, that's... But tell me, don't you think this is a bit too easy? Just smells like an ambush.
Ambush? In the Wild West? That's just absurd. Okay, creatures, advance whistling merrily and paying no attention to your surroundings.
Really?
With these famous words, Talia and the possible ambush-ignoring Evil's army stormed off to free the Council of Little Snots.
Alright. Alright. And 1, 2, 3, get everything up level. Basically, I just want to do this so fast so we can get it all done. Because, yeah. Now, where were we? Ah, yes.
A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon. One of your little snots dug into a lava lump. Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
Alright, let's go troops. And 1, 2, 3.
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
Sure showed him.
Oi! Now it's time for my show. I made a deal with Netflix, or whatever it's called. They offer me lots of gold for a bit of action and running a few trains through the area. I just needed a few more villains. That's where you come in.
Let me just chime in here. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And I've been here for several installments of the series.
Oi, couldn't care less. They dear. I'm more than happy to put their money in my pockets. Especially when I can kick a certain pointy ear in the ass in the process.
Alright. Don't worry. Oh yeah. That.
It's payday.
Oh boy, we still some jobs done.
A room full of giant scorpions has been breached. Manivores have appeared in your dungeon.
Scorpions, no, what would we do? Do. And pause. Take him back.
Oi! Dwarves in the dungeon! A brilliant move nobody expected. Right, lads? If the elf isn't here, this is your chance to plunder the dungeon.
Alright,
Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon. You
Oi, Talia! I've a wee surprise for ye! My gold miners dug their way from the Klondike to your dungeon. Amazing!
Really?
Pointy-ear bitch. Time to get your ears trimmed. At the neck, or wherever.
Talia looked surprised when the dwarves suddenly broke through the dungeon walls. Hopefully she and the duped evil were prepared for something like this. The first council member was freed from their cage. It staggered happily towards Talia to give her a hug.
Ugh, disgusting. Stay away from me, you revolting little snot. Just send me a thank you letter or something. Urgh, but that's no reason to slow down now. Onward, creatures. We will not rest until the entire council of little snots is freed. Well, you're not going to rest. I, however, am going to have a bubble bath.
Hi, Luna.
Rumbled and thumped, and with a snap and lots of kaboom, boing, kawoosh, and badaboom, the dwarves' Arkenstone exploded.
Ha! good one. The special effects were worth the expense. Well, Brynhild, your little dwarven kingdom seems to have gone up in flames. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ooh, and that gives me a whole new gateway to the overworld.
Great! Oi! This you daft elf wench! Tar and feathers at the least!
Thanks to Talia and the train-breaking evil, Brynhild's train went up in flames. The council members fled to safety.
Oi! What are you doing? You pointy-eared bitch! I need that for my third-rate Netflix series!
Oh, I guess your series was cancelled after just one season, huh? I'm so sorry. Not really.
Howdy, partner. I see you're still fighting with my twin sister. I still got that dynamite slingshot available. For a few resources, I'd be happy to help you
Oh,
out.
boy.
Why are you helping that damn dark elf? Where's your honor as a dwarf? Well, I remember that you had me banned, sis.
It seemed that Talia wasn't the only one with a complicated family history. Unusually complex for this series, I would like to note. But they probably just wanted to save themselves another speaker. The cheapskates.
True. Charge! And burn. Where's better? Next. The good, the bad, the burning. What's that?
Right, guess what, pointy ears? The people at Netflix love my series and want a second season. They can't get enough of my good dwarves looking up those little bad guys.
This is so absurd, I can't even put it into words, but maybe I could send you my agent's number?
Stupid Nixflix, stupid series. I'll send them to the siding, and then it's the end of the line.
Wait, what's this? Oh, it's this, sorry. Alright, let's go around slashing, clearing. All we gotta do is save all this little. What are they called again? Wait. Boom.
Oi, Pointy! Got another little surprise for you here. My gold miners now hop directly into your dungeon to through a golden portal somewhere. Fun, innit?
Is that one of those ambush things? Disgusting! That's mean! That's evil! That's something I would do.
Enemies are in the dungeon.
Oh yeah, I need barrels. Barrels, barrels, barrels.
Payday. One of your creatures is furious and is on strike. A room full of giant scorpions has been breached. A room full of giant scorpions has been breached. The second season, train of Brynhildt's Nix Flicks drama went up in flames, just like my career dreams.
Oi, do you always have to interfere? Just wait. With all that Netflix gold, I'll raise an army that'll stomp you into the ground!
Enemies are in the dungeon. Princess's pumpkin carriage whizzed by. Good it didn't look like a pumpkin after the long trip, but there was still some wonderful evilness to be earned there.
Oi! Surprise, surprise, pointy ears! Netflix is on board for season 3 of Dwarves Who Stare at Trains! They paid me so much gold that they doubled their subscription costs!
I can hardly put into words what I think of that. I have a classical education. Kermit Lear, Hamlet, Faust. I played them all on stage in Willow River, even if it was mostly just my mother in the audience, but still.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. We all know about your little rants. You're much too fine for this sort of thing, but it pays the bills. Blah, blah, blah.
You'll pay for that. Talia, and the stunned evil hadn't noticed that the latest dwarf train was unbelievably well protected and armored. It would surely be impossible for an illiterate bumpkin like Talia to destroy it.
Oi, thanks! You, narrator guy, could be pretty helpful. I'm sure I still have a job open at Railway Wharf Hire.
Oh boy.
It's payday.
Ban, 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 ban.
Some gold miner dwarves were looking forward to visiting the dungeon via the golden portal. The loser evil had failed to send goods to Brynny the Kid. Her sister, Brynhild, seized the chance to attack the dungeon.
Let's see. 2 down. Almost.
The portal is under attack. Your demonic portal is under attack. A gold vein is almost exhausted. The portal is under attack. Gold miner dwarves waited in front of the golden portal for direct access to the dungeon. Talia and the superior evil had also destroyed Brynhild's third train.
Oi! What a load of crap! Good thing Nick's Flicks paid me in advance. And now, I've run out of those little rogue creatures too. The nerve! Well then, it's time for me to pull out. See you next time, pointy ears. Now, we have to figure out what we're gonna do with all this gold.
Forward!
One of your creatures has bit the dust. Talia had done it. The Council of Little Snots was freed.
What? Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, it's nice that we freed someone, but that stupid boss dwarf got away.
That's the series norm, isn't it? I mean, how else would they fill all these missions?
Yes, I know. These developers just aren't really up to it. Whatever. Then we'll ride off into the sunset and destroy a bit more of the Wild West. That's nice too, in a way.
What's this? Okay, that's 2 down.
A fistful of gold. The Dwarf Queen had retreated to the underground fortress of Morio and planned how to invest her loot. Talia and the Dwarf Fortress Storming Evil planned to capture the Dwarf Fortress.
Okay, we just got this one and 2 more missions. And then the other one's got 3 missions. Let's see if we can clear this fast, because I need to do some more stuff.
The Council of Little Snots was freed. Out of gratitude, these hard-working creatures assisted Talia and the animating evil in their fight against Brynhild. They had entrenched themselves in the dwarf fortress of Morio. In order to gain entry there, the Council of Little Snots built their own train.
Excellent! My own train! That's something I never actually wanted. It sounds like model railroad stuff. But hey, if it helps us grab that damn dwarf queen by a beard, it's worth it.
But a train isn't built out of thin air. The Council of Little Snots would need an exorbitant amount of resources, a task that Talia and the resource-gathering evil would have to take on.
Oh dear, that's the gold, isn't it?
Luckily, there were plenty of dwarf trains steaming across the overworld,
Ooh.
chock full of great things that make life better. These just needed to be plundered.
Okay. I'm in. Trains by themselves sound as boring as it gets, but robbing trains, ooh, that makes my evil dark elf heart laugh.
Whose bright idea is to turn into a cowboy
Forward, creatures.
part?
Plan the ambush, prepare the tree trunks, and then just do it.
Oi! Hands off my trains! I bought those with that Netflix gold. And not only that, I also put a bounty on your head. Whoever brings me your disgusting mug will earn a pretty penny.
This was an unfortunate development for Talia. Greedy bounty hunters were a truly evil breed, comparable to bailiffs or tax collectors.
As if a few bounty hunters could scare me. Forward, creatures! Dig up evil deeds, plan guard rooms, and set traps!
Alright. As you know, we level up a break. And I think we'll just go straight for one set. Anyone in chat? Or am I alone?
new area has been unearthed in the dungeon.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 of each. Okay, we need that.
Your creatures have discovered a room full of giant scorpions.
And boom. And boom. Alright, let's get these troops out.
Talia and the Headless Evil roared onto the overworld. This startled a few of the bounty hunters, who immediately stormed out to take the gold.
Aye, great. The Dark Elf brat jumping into your hands all by yourself. Easier gold he probably never earned. Come now, bring me her head. He can lead the rest of the vultures if they're that desperate. I can see I'm gonna have to add a heap of gold. Luckily, I'm swimming in it, thanks to those doofuses at Nick's legs.
Talia had managed to get the bounty on her head increased. This would attract even stronger and more powerful bandits.
No problem. They can test their teeth on me, but I'll just hide in the dungeon behind deadly traps and creatures armed to the teeth. Forward! After me into the overworld! Oh, wait a minute.
Alright, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we want... Brewing station! Hot station! And... potions.
Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
I'm forgetting something, aren't I? Oh yes, I'm forgetting several things. One being chickens.
You
The
have
other...
unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
We must forget the chickens because we've been getting them all the time. Going station. So, okay. What's it called?
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Oh yeah, and we also forgot one tiny little thing.
Some bounty hunters had joined forces to collect the bounty for Talia.
How pathetic. They're gonna fail miserably, that's for sure. Creatures, smash them, beat them, make paper aeroplanes from their wanted posters.
Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
Okay, now where were we? Oh, yes. Storm the fires of Landspar.
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered. The bounty on Talia was again increased.
Oh yeah, we need trains. Right, be right back. I just got the door. And I'm back. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, we're slaughtering everything. Bounty. Let's see. Parts, gold.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Is it? I don't see any. What's the power of corpses?
Oi! Oi! I'll just add a little extra to the bounty.
The exploring evil's armies had discovered a few cages. These actually included a few desperados. Why was unclear.
Howdy, partner. Them are my boys, who might have had minor conflicts with the law. I'd be mighty thankful if you could free 'em.
Talia and the confused evil had destroyed the cages and freed the bandits inside.
Howdy, and well, thank ye there, partner. Here, got a couple of things that you might like. My boys, found them.
Talia once again faced a few bounty hunters.
Alright. Train content. Boom.
One of your creatures has bit the dust. The bounty on Talia was again increased.
I'll try and increase it more. Deliver one of the gold to the council.
Payday.
Okay, so deliver all that stuff. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, where's the gold?
Howdy. Heard you on Beltron. Hey, partner. Thanks for the delivery. You'll definitely let me seize that oil. I mean, export freedom. Here's a few things y'all can use for your train.
Potions.
They'll get ye a damn pointy ear. Just need to increase the bounty a little.
Some bounty hunters set off to collect the reward for Talia.
Oh boy.
Oi! Boy! I'll just add a little extra to the bounty.
Payday!
Oh boy. Wait, this is going to take some time. Alright, so we've burned everything down. We just need the train parts, which is probably this longer.
Talia once again faced a few bounty hunters.
Alright, we need the train. We need the train. We need the train.
Your gold vein is nearly exhausted.
Oh no, gold veins are almost exhausted. What shall I do? antagonize for that.
The bounty on Talia was again increased.
Heroes drop parts when they are defeated in the dungeon, I think.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
You know what's a better presence out?
Your little snots have completely mined out a gold vein. Payday.
Great. So he's just now going to wait for heroes to come to the tank.
Bounty hunters were on their way to bag the reward for Talia.
They'll get ye, you damn pointy ear. Just need to increase the bounty a little.
Again? Showing it in the black. So how am I to mind the black? Oh, that's probably a power up. Change all that into gold. So basically, what the gold potion does turns the outer layer into that. So what do you think will happen if I had a 3x3?
Talia once again faced a few bounty hunters. Ding dong, it's payday.
And boom.
Talia had perpetrated so many crimes that the bounty on her head was increased.
Okay, we should have one more set to come. And then we can do this. Thing about potions, there's random. Are they getting off? So, yeah. I've been destroying the trains so but I'd like to take them out. So, yeah, that's a bad choice. Potions are random.
Your enemies are in the dungeon. A new area has been unearthed in the dungeon.
They'll get ye, you damned pointy ear. Just need to increase the bounty a little.
Talia and the resource-gathering evil had delivered the items
Yay,
to the Council of
finally.
Little Snots. They were satisfied with the current progress.
Huh? What do you mean, current progress? I thought that was that. And we could finally storm that dwarf fortress.
Unfortunately, it wasn't quite that easy. Only part of the train had been built so far.
What?
The Council of Snotlings needed more resources to pimp the train with gaudy lights and useless spoilers.
But if the spoilers are useless, why do we need... okay, whatever. I won't even question the stupidity here. Forward, creatures. Collect more resources.
Alright, deliver gold to the council. Level. Where's my gold? Never mind that. We got plenty of that.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Even this.
Bounty hunters set out to earn the bountiful gold.
It hasn't gold.
The train was finished. It glowed like crazy and... wait a minute, something's wrong.
Hey, what was that loud bang? And where, pray tell, is the train?
The Council of Little Snot's train had exploded. Obviously, nitroglycerine was not a suitable light source, but the cute creatures were undeterred and ready to rebuild the train if Talia and the daft-looking evil once again provided them the resources.
What? Who came up with this stupid idea? I remember this dark elf who suggested that... Oh, never mind. These things happen. I think we shouldn't worry about it too much and just sort it out quickly.
As if all that weren't sad enough, the explosion had awakened some giant scorpions in the underground, which now became active.
Magic batteries.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
The bounty on Talia had been increased.
Deliver little snorts. Wait, what? There we go.
The train was finished. It glowed like crazy and...
I'm warning you, if those council snotheads have installed sticks of dynamite, I'm gonna freak!
Just kidding. The train was now really finished. Nothing stood in the way of a trip to Morio, except for the trip there, of course.
Rechargeable batteries. That would have been good.
The good, the bad, and two choo-choos. Talia and the Train Empire building evil were ready to leave for the dwarven city of Morio. Next departure from Platform 1.
Okay. Let's go! Wait, trains?
Brynhild was taking her train to the abandoned mining town of Morio to stock up on fresh supplies and defeat Talia in a final battle.
Excellent, Will. Hang on. In the last mission, you said that she was holed up in that stupid Mario or Morio or whatever.
Oi! Ha! That was fake news! I bought a news channel with my Netflix money to mislead ya!
Really?
Okay. But I'm here anyway, and I had a train built just for me, which, by the way, is especially sparkling glittery.
Oi, that, okay, maybe I didn't quite think that all the way through. Damn dark elf brat. your stupid ears and wear them as a necklace.
Uh-huh. And now you want to get insulting, huh? Great idea. That's how I always do it. I'm going to make toilet paper out of your stupid dwarf girl beard.
The trains picked up speed, while Talia and Brynhild continued to ensure that my eye twitched uncontrollably. It became a race to see who would reach Morio first.
Oi, no question about it. Of course I'm gonna win. I still have quite a bit of dynamite lying around. Let's see how you like a landslide, bloody pointy ear.
Oh, for the love.
Hey, what the hell? Rotten tricks and cheating are supposed to be my thing. Well, at least you're as stupid as you look and blocked your own way with that explosion.
Oi, lads, I told you, only half that stuff. Okay, get your buckets and shovels ready, and then clear the way.
Brynhild's men prepared to clear away the barricade, something the street-cleaning evil's armies should also be tackling.
Okay.
Good point. Forward, creatures. Clear the way. Protect the train. Rough up the dwarves and, oh, that's all I can think of right now. Whatever. Not as if you could ever remember all that. Move!
Alright. I think we'll do demons this time. Since we're using the, you know what, helping hand.
A new area has been unearthed in the dungeon. Talia and the Stomping Evil's activities on the overworld had torn the local heroes from their siesta. Furious, they set off for the dungeon. Manivores have appeared in your dungeon. Ding dong, it's payday.
Don't forget the ball of food.
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered. The destructive evil's creatures began to destroy the blockade. However, this would take some time.
Go, go! No breaks for you! Once I finish this bottle of whiskey, I want to move on. Forward, you lazy creatures! Brawl, binge, pant, until nothing fights back. Man! This is taking forever! Can't this stupid train go any faster? Hey, maybe if we throw dynamite into the boiler or something.
And boom. We could literally take out our train right now. Right.
Payday.
How did this train move? Oh.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Your gold vein is nearly exhausted. Ding dong, it's payday.
So this one is more of a push, 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 choo choo. Push, 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 choo choo. Look at that. Yes, we did. Now. They are still in the dark. appears to be level 6. Around, around. Stone is jump. Wait. You go through a tunnel.
How much longer is it gonna be?
Trust me, you don't want to know. And push. Look, haystack.
Your little snots have completely mined out a gold vein.
Why do I always forget?
Payday.
Forward! These trains are slow.
Heroes began to tear Talia's train apart.
They were not heroes. They were trained.
Boo.
Good dream. You right?
Hmm?
You right?
Talia's train reached the mining town of
I have a
Moria
headache.
first and won the race.
Excellent. That means I've won.
Train.
Evil will always triumph.
Moria was full of resources, which Talia was only too happy to pocket for use in the final battle against the Dwarf Queen.
Ooh, it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Okay, somehow I thought I'd already won, but apparently there's more to come. Whatever. Time for the finale. Time for Hanu.
Wait, don't get too excited. There
Oh.
are treasures in
I
Mario
will.
that can only be reached with a magic
Amazon is
heart.
selling the 7 Chaos Emeralds from the Sonic movie.
Stone.
Well, replica.
Mark Stone, Schmark Stone.
Yeah.
Know what time it is, Brynhild?
How? What? No, but I can check your watch.
It's Hanu.
Hey, Runnic,
Yeah.
did you know the 7 Chaos Emeralds represent the same thing as the 7 rings?
It's
What?
high noon.
Yeah,
It
the
was
color
time.
of the 7
All
rings
the
is the
clocks
same as the Chaos
pointed
Emerald.
to high noon
White is
as
wishes,
Talia and the
red
Dwarf
is
Queen
power,
Brynhild faced
yellow
off.
is light, green is nature, cyan is spirit, blue
Isn't that a little bit
or
like?
Cosmo. Well, blue is Cosmo, even though it looks purple, and purple, even though it looks pink, is emotion. Weird, ain't it?
Hmm.
I mean, if you listen to the song, 7 rings in
The
hand.
power flows through my veins.
The lyrics kind of make sense.
It's world rings or the
Island
power
with 2
rings?
mountains and the deep, distant
No, world
dungeon
ring.
seemed to be the final setting for the meeting of Brynhild and Talia.
Make
Does
the
that make
peace
sense?
on.
And even if, as usual, we ignore all logic,
Make
there's
the
hardly room for an
peace
epic duel
on.
here. And besides,
Nip the
where's my
magic
damn
on.
train?
Well, it turned out that
Questions
neither
all that
orcs
know.
nor zombies made particularly
Levels
good
burn
train
and
engineers.
torn.
The sad, smoking result could still be seen over there.
Oi, sorry to hear that. Not!
Yeah.
Well, you don't mind if my still fully intact train takes a spin on the tracks here, will you? This shaft leads directly to your dungeon heart, so I'll toss in a few sticks of dynamite as a thank you.
What? That's outrageous! Why are we starting under such terrible conditions? Once I get my hands on that damn dwarf, I'm gonna carve a model train out of her bones.
Yeah.
An interesting idea. However, Brynhild and her train were a ways off and currently out of reach
So yeah,
of
the 7
absurd
rings are
evil's
just the 7
armies.
Chaos
It was
Emeralds.
therefore important for Talia to divert Brynhild's train
Well, they
They're
have
to
just in
abilities to
ring
defend.
form.
an old
Imagine if
gold
he had
mining
used all
town
7, he
called
would have turned
Dykelon
super.
or Klondike or something
So I'm
like that.
wondering, if
Seemed
Sonic
well
only
suited.
uses the purple Chaos Emerald, would he turn back into
Serendipity
Dark
was an
Spine Sonic?
important part
Is
of
this
the
by
Dungeons
Sega or
series,
is it
and
by?
this was no exception.
It's by Sega.
Fortunately, there was an accumulation of
It's officially by
brimstone in the
Sega, but I'm
underground,
wondering, if he ever
right
uses
beneath
the purple
route
Chaos Emerald by
Brynhild was
itself,
taking.
would he
If
turn
the
back into Dark
brimstone
Spine Sonic?
exploded, the railroad tunnel would collapse and divert Brynhild and her
I am
train
curious.
to a different route.
I wouldn't mind
What?
seeing him again outside
Should
of the,
I have taken
those
notes?
things.
Ah, whatever. I heard
Yeah.
something about explosions. That's totally my thing.
I am legit curious.
Forward, creatures.
This train.
Get to work.
Oi, you
I
know
mean, he
heard
used
all
the
that.
purple ring of emotion to
lads will
turn
never
into
let
Dark
that
Spine, so
happen.
why couldn't
Right,
he use the
lads?
purple Chaos
Got 'em.
Emerald to do the
And
same?
so the last great
I
duel
don't know if
began.
that's right.
People looked at the clock.
And what if
hands
each
to be
Chaos Emerald
damned,
gave
it
him a
was
different form?
High noon.
Think about it. The possibilities are endless. The possibilities. Oh, great, now that's in my head.
I don't think the Chaos Emeralds right. They're just
But what if they? I'm just saying, what if they did work like that? Like each one gives you a different transformation. I mean, all of them together in their super form turn him hyper. Think about it.
all I
What if
noticed
each
so far
one
about the
had their
world
own
rings
Just
is
think about it as a fan perspective. What if each what is it? Each chaos emerald or world ring gave him a different power and ability and transformation.
you mean like that old idea they planned?
Yeah, like with Darkspine, the ring of motion turned him into Darkspine Sonic.
I thought
Basically,
that
Dark Sonic.
I'm pretty sure that was more with the all of them linked up because they're in one room.
I'm just saying, what if the different emeralds gave him different forms, like they did for Sonic? I think it's Sonic Superstars, where each of the Chaos Emeralds gave you a different power.
That was classic Sonic.
Either way it goes.
You
But-
have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Yeah, that was only on that one island.
Yeah, but what if they did it outside of the island?
But they can't because it's something to do with the.
So there would be a way to bring back Hypersonic and all the rest of the others.
Technically, Hypersonic is only for
A nest
classic.
full
I'm
of
just saying,
giant
there would be a
scorpions
way
has been
to bring them
discovered
all
in your
back.
dungeon. A room full of giant scorpions has been breached.
Heck, we could even get Sonic back.
Your creatures
Like
have
if the Emerald
discovered a
Blue's
room
powers,
full
he
of
turns
giant
into
scorpions.
Werehog. I mean, there are also fan animations of him using what is it, fire flower to power up. But I say the what is it, the Emerald power, the red one, could turn him into Fire Sonic. You know.
Manivores have been discovered in your dungeon.
Let's see, purple is Darkspine, red would be Fire Sonic, blue could be Ice.
A new area has
Let
been
me see,
unearthed
white
in the
could be
dungeon.
Hypersonic. Let me think.
The railroad tunnel collapsed with a loud rumble.
Ooh.
Brynhild and her train
Let me see,
had to
green is
switch to a
nature,
different
so
route
earth
to
power?
keep moving.
Oi, what kind of crap is that?
Blue is Cosmo.
What a load of
So
rubbish.
basically it'd be like
Right,
star
we'll
energy,
take the other
star
route.
power.
Off we go. Fire up the boiler and we're up.
This sounds more sort of like a fan base.
Ooh, works like a charm.
That's what I was saying,
Now
you
we'll
idiot.
just lie in wait for them somewhere.
What
Mail-coach
if?
robbery like.
I'm just saying, what
Forward
if?
creatures, kerchief Sylvia noses.
I didn't
hats
say they
low
would
over your
actually do
faces,
it.
And then, hey, you stolen that.
If they
there.
did take
As
my
if the
idea to heart, I
mission-following
would
evil's
scream.
plan
But yeah,
wasn't
I highly doubt
successful
they
enough,
would do
the
that.
destruction also
Like they
uncovered
said, they don't want
a
to do
new
like they
dungeon
don't want to be like
entrance.
Goku, you know.
Some coincidences
and give
seem
him different
ridiculous,
transformations.
even in the Dungeons universe.
They don't want to do the whole Dragon Ball Z thing, and I kind of don't blame them for it. One super form is enough for now. I was just saying we could have got back Sonic. We could have got back Super Sonic 2, but that's impossible without Sage.
No, that's not impossible without the corruption.
Exactly, Sage was the reason for the corruption, though.
No, the corruption was because of the moon, the end.
You have discovered a number of
Either
lava
way it
lumps.
go, we still can't get Super Sonic 2 back. He's in the void along with all the other transformations.
And basically, the whole that was a side plot that was not canon. It was just a bonus thing. Basically, says calculating data.
I'm just saying, Runnic, I know, I'm just saying. Just like people thought, hey, we're getting Fleetway Sonic. Nope, it turns out it was Cyber Super Sonic. That's his official name.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
His official name is Cyber Super Sonic. When he went inside a cannon,
A few manivores
yeah,
have appeared in your
that's
dungeon.
his name, Cyber
Well-
Super Sonic.
Dream, technically, we can still get Super, the demon corrupted.
The
It really depends.
only way we get him is Sonic get corrupted.
Well, if what she said, the corruption is still there, then wouldn't that mean that it's still inside
A few
Sonic?
metaphors have
Talia, you ruddy pointy ear.
I mean, yeah, but the only way to
Which
get
means
And you
the
should
only
just
way
give
to
it
get
time
Tifa
to
out of
grow
here-
and
feast
it will
you
to
silly
grow.
Oi, the train's pretty neat.
And by then, I'm pretty
But
sure
I think
Tails
we
gonna
need
find
a
some way to
manual
get rid of it.
Alright,
Yeah,
lads,
outside of it,
pack
Sonic,
your
but
weapons and show that dungeon heart how we
But if he
mind
didn't
Christmas.
get rid of it and he found some way to get out of him, and it turns into, Super, then we have a problem.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'd probably do it that to show as a peak that Super the demon is gonna be. But to make it their own version, they're gonna put him in corrupted.
So in other words, he's gonna be Cyber Super Sonic. He's gonna be an evil version of that Sonic.
Or just called Super the Corrupted.
That too. I mean, it would be neat if they gave him different forms, I mean, they wouldn't have to do the whole, super transformation, but yeah, it would be neat to see what they could do. I mean, the funny thing is, someone actually modded the EXE, the original Sonic EXE, into Frontiers. Like, he does go super, but when he does get all the Chaos Emeralds, he gets like a black aura around him, like Dark Sonic. His quills get all dark and dark
enemies
instead
have
of
entered
golden.
the dungeon.
You get through. Oh, I found them all fluky. Why does that look like the movie characters? Anyway, yeah, it would be neat if they found a way to do that. Even if it's not canon, found a way to give Sonic back his other form.
While you're after fixing her. Oi! Hands off! My throne! My
Oh,
robes,
Runnic, have you ever
it's
heard
all
of the
mine.
Sonic Bible?
Aye, precious. Ever since she found that damn stone, she's been nothing but
The reason
praise.
why we will never get a game like that
Yeah.
Thanks.
is in the Sonic Bible.
I'll make sure her train slows down a bit.
That would be great. It's not much fun running after that thing. Does she ever stop to think about how much CO2
The funny thing is,
it
he's actually
produces?
on the wiki page.
It's a deal. Move it, little snots. Produce resources for the shady trade with the shady dwarf.
Thanks for the delivery. Brynhild's train is already losing speed while we're jawing.
Someone made a video about it. He found Child Mix.
And now let's take out the train.
That kind of shush me.
It's,
I can't help I can't help the Sonic Bible is actually a real deal. It dictates how a Sonic experience it goes.
The dwarf train bursted into flame.
I mean, we could do our
Well,
fan
that's
spin-offs and
that
everything,
stupid
but we will
dwarf
never
bitch.
actually get a game like that.
Put them in a shoebox and bury them in a nature reserve.
Oi! I think you're getting a bit ahead of yourself. I was in
Thanks
this
for letting me throw
empty
that in
air
random
battle when the
videos
train exploded, so I thought
and take it out of the
we'll
general
get her
chat.
to that mining town and hammer out the dents.
Ha! Like hell. I'm gonna give you some dents that can't be hammered out. Old Town sounds good. Just the right place for an epic showdown. Norman.
I watched the
I
weird
stick my
Amy.
enemies'
I watched that
heads
weird
on
Amy
spears.
series that everybody kept talking about. There's something up with Amy.
Chewed up toothpick
And
will
I
do
watched the
just
Knuckles
fine
one.
for
I'm
your
like,
teeny-tiny
bro.
potato head.
Oi,
They basically
see about
copied
that.
Attack on Titan with the
I'll
Knuckles
make a
one.
tea set out of your skull. See you soon. 12 o'clock noon.
just,
Oh,
Except in
that's
Attack
already
on
passed.
Titans, they didn't
Then
have the whole
I'd say
curse
we do
transferring
forecast
Chaos
too.
Emerald eye shit.
Doesn't matter what time it is.
Eggman opened a Chaos Emerald, which I didn't think was possible, turned into a monster, and then he turns into Sonic when he died.
These allusions, these references, no wonder this ridiculous contrived text.
And now
doesn't
Knuckles
win
has
any
the courage because
prizes.
he
Who
ripped the
likes
eyes
that?
out of Sonic.
Well, except maybe
And he
whoever's
killed
playing
everybody.
the final mission.
Oh,
And the
that's
reason why he killed
yeah.
everybody
Campaign,
is because of
course.
Amy.
Oi, that train doesn't look too good. Bloody pointy ear. What have you done to my favourite train?
Brynhild was beside herself. A few expletives worthy of Talia and the buying DM like mad evil
She's
had
evil.
won.
That's gonna be in my
The
head for a
dwarf
while.
queen Brynhild had been crushed. A brilliant victory. You've done
Maximum
it.
damage.
It's a shame that Realmforge were too stingy to put in
Good
even
to
a
know.
cheap outro sequence, but oh wait, that voice in my ear isn't the fortune-telling hotline. It's the director.
I mean,
Apparently we
technically,
do have
Shadow
an
has different
outro.
form.
In that
If you
case,
think about it,
thanks for playing.
he
Join
has
us
his
again
super form,
and roll
his
the clip.
Chaos form, his blue form, which is known as Hero form. You know,
Tanya is
from the
registered
Sonic the
without the
Hedgehog.
little snots.
I'm talking about the two different forms from Sonic the from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Those they actually call those forms.
Brynhild had been
Oddly
defeated
enough.
permanently. The
I'm surprised
remnants of
Shadow
the
hasn't got a
Desperado
Werehog form
dwarves
yet,
scattered in all
or a Hyper
directions.
form,
Another
Yeah.
or a
glorious
Dark
appearance
form.
by the
Oh yeah, he does have an
Seven. I mean,
Armored form, but
absolutely.
yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't have a
And of
Werehog,
course, his
Dark,
general,
or
Talia,
Hyper
who
form
had
yet.
fought heroically. I mean,
He didn't even get a Dark
viciously
Spin form.
and
Dark
treacherously,
Spine
of
form.
course.
Yeah. Hello, Green Wolf.
The Council of Little Snots also expressed their thanks for their deliverance. Maybe my worries in the original outro were unfounded, and these little chaps aren't up to no good, but really are just a tired
My
reference
name.
to those lightsaber
They keep
wielders.
popping.
But I'm really not paid well enough to worry about gaps in the story here.
And the only thing I'm doing is moving my feet around.
The absolute evil didn't give it too much thought either.
King of the
Instead, it
Ring.
celebrated its triumph. Once again, with an
The absolute evil in 1 and 2 was meant to be pure evil and all that, and now he's literally, what's the word?
Expect anyone here to learn. But wait, something was missing. Talia was not among the celebrants. Where was she off to now?
I'm still sad. Sonic Rumble got delayed again, Runnic.
Talia was traveling alone, humming a song with
Wait,
lyrics like
again?
Lonely Cowboy.
Again.
Wait, I know it was meant to come out
Maybe
on
this
the
was
8th,
just
which was
another
meant.
cheap innuendo, but
It got
maybe
delayed
she couldn't get
again.
the remaining loose
I know it was
ends
coming, they did
instead.
put it back.
Like
They
Brynhild's
delayed it
twin
twice.
sister, for example, who turned out to be a
When's
valuable
the
ally in the course of the
next day?
campaign. A
I have
dwarf
no
and
clue.
an elf? That's absurd.
All I know is that
They'll
shit
end up
got delayed
friends.
again.
Or her stepbrother Tristan, who hadn't shown his face.
I saw the
But
video.
these were stories for the future, perhaps. If they can scrape together some more money to pay
Because I
their
posted it a
brand
while
new
back
return.
about it getting delayed. It got
Now,
delayed
it's
again.
time to
Let me
reminisce
post
about
the video.
past misdeeds
Did I post
and
it?
enjoy the
I don't think I
end.
did.
Yes,
No, I
really,
didn't.
That's it. Safe journey home. Oh yes, it's
There
not
it
a
is.
movie. It's a video
Sonic
game.
Rumble
Oh,
delayed again.
Force of habit. Good.
Yeah.
But now it's
Double
really
delayed.
quitting time. We can fade out. Is the mic off? Yes, I'm
At
done
this
here.
point,
One
I
last
want to
coffee and
cry,
a cigarette.
but
Later on, we can
I'm
run in the
too.
bar
I'm
and
laughing
try
to
to
keep
wash
from
the taste
crying.
of these dialogues out of our
It's a
mouths.
coping mechanism at this point. You laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah.
What?
Mm.
Takes running? To work with professionals, just one
Anyway,
single
boop, you
freaking
know.
time.
It's- Uh, well, scrap. We don't have enough time to do the.
But yeah, if y'all
Oh,
didn't hear the
yes.
news, Sonic Rumble got
Other
delayed
worlds.
again.
Tristan, hero of good, set out to open the murky portal to gain the support of heroes from other worlds.
We don't have enough time to start this because there's only 3 of them, and yeah.
And Silver deserves his own game. You can hear me say that Silver deserves his own game. Even Knuckles had his own game with his team. Silver hasn't got poop yet.
Actually, only Classic had his own. Remember that Modern have his own game.
Either way it goes, Tails, Knuckles, both of them already had their own game. Amy hasn't had her own game. Shadow got one before freaking Amy did. Come on now.
Amy
That's
Rose
what-
hasn't had her own game.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Amy hasn't had her own game. Neither has Silver. Tails has two.
No. Classic Tails and Classic Knuckles had their own games. Moderns haven't.
I know.
So
They
you
don't
can't
do
really,
modern ones.
with how they set up
I know.
Classic and Moderns, you can't class them as both.
Either way it go, they still had their own games. They still had their own standalone games. Tails had two, matter of fact. Tails had Skyway Patrol, and then he had the other one.
Wait, did he have three?
No, I don't remember.
I remember there was like Tails Adventure 1 and 2.
Let me see. You said I wasn't playing that game?
I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream early because we have not got enough time to do all three of them. And I actually plan to do Star Wars too. Alright,
Okay.
so
He had Tails Adventures and Tails Skyway Patrol. He only had two.
alright. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow we'll be doing Star Wars because, well, it's the Star Wars month now. And Izzy wants to join in too.
Sure.
Let's see what else. If people want me to do this other DLC and play 1, 2, and 3 of the series, I will. Also, for game Dungeons 1 and Dungeons 2, I'll let Dark play for it because this 2 and 3 are more joking. 3 and 4 joking. 2 and 1 are very dark.
It's
So yeah.
other world.
So I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Until tomorrow, have fun, respect, and may the force be with you. Because we're going to be
May
doing
the
it tomorrow.
4th is over. It's the 6th, you stinky.
I know. I didn't say fourth. I said force. Now, excuse me. I'm just going back to my room. Yeah.
And picks you up and flies away. So
Meow.
like and subscribe.
Kiss, 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 kiss.